All right, what's up, everybody? Let me turn this air conditioner down. It's been a while since I've done a video update. Unfortunately, my mentor was not a social media type of guy. He was not interested in doing any kind of videos, recording any kind of road trips, anything like that. So it is what it is. So that's where we'll start now. Um, Today's July 14th, I believe. Yep, July 14th. I am headed home because I did my upgrade and passed all of that. Mostly with flying colors, but it is what it is. I'm a new driver, so I definitely have room for improvement. Um, let's see. Let's go back. So I met up with my mentor probably 3 weeks ago. He is on a dedicated um, reefer frozen food route. So he was out of Denton, Texas. But what we would do is we would pick up our first trailer from Denton, drive that team all the way to Denver, and he would deliver to Denver and all the little towns around it, Colorado Springs, stuff like that. Then we would take that empty trailer back to Amarillo and pick up, they call it a T-call. Most of y'all know that already. Anyways, we would T-call it there, and we would drive from Amarillo back to Denver. I would drive halfway back to Amarillo, and then when we picked up the trailer, I would then turn around and drive back to Bennett, Colorado, to the Loves Travel Center there. Shout out Loves. And that way, he had enough hours to be able to get his deliveries done on top of driving, some of the way back to Amarillo. So, anyways, my mentor, his name was Derek. I liked him a lot. We got along fairly well. He liked things the way he liked them, and I got used to that. I also got used to the fact that if I put my bag down, my bag of food down anywhere inside the vehicle, he was going to grab hold of it and ask if it was trash and could we throw it away every time. So that was a little much, but otherwise, man, great mentor. Had a good time. We laughed, we joked, we got along. The last couple of weeks we did team driving where I would do my almost 11 hours, and I do mean almost 11. I would probably drive 10 hours, 45 minutes every day, 6 days a week, and then he would get up, jump in the front seat, do his thing. I would climb in the bunk and go to bed, and that's kind of what we did, and I enjoyed it. Um, we ran into some trouble a couple of times, weather-wise, where we had to pull over, even with a full loaded trailer. That thing was just blowing me all over the road on top of the rain. So we pulled over, got as good a shelter as we could find, stayed there for about 30 minutes, and then moved on. The other time, our planner for the Target account sent a message out and said anybody around this town, which we were just about to pull into that town. Anybody around that town, pull over immediately, stop and wait for the storm to pass. So we stopped that time. But he just wanted to make sure I understood. We don't stop all the time. We don't, rain is rain, wind is wind. You are a professional driver, and you need to get through there, and you need to know when it's appropriate to stop and when it's not. So he kind of was going over that kind of stuff with me. You always want to get there safe. You always want to get there. Period. So that's always good. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some stuff. This last week or week and a half has been an absolute nightmare. I'm not going to go into the really fine details of what happened. We're just going to say that I came back on a Thursday last week to do our 34. And when I did that, my car was dead, so I jumped it and went and did my laundry. So I had all of my clothes that I brought with me in this laundry bag going to do laundry. I had the suitcase with my other clothes in it. I had my toiletries. I had everything in there when I left to go take care of stuff. Because I wasn't sure whether I was going to sleep in the truck or go hang out with a buddy of mine or whatever. So, anyway, so I went to the laundromat, had no problems, got my laundry done, folded, nice, all that stuff. I was going to go back to the truck um, because I had the bad battery. I didn't want to get stranded in Denton somewhere, so I thought, go ahead and grab you some food to take back to the truck with you. At least you'll be able to eat, watch you some Netflix, and then crash, get up the next day, and do your thing. So I stopped at the Wing Stop in Denton on University by the Walmart. Went inside to get my food. Um, Turned around and my car was gone. They stole my car with everything in it. They stole everything. They stole my ID. They stole my Swift orange vest. They stole my clothes. They stole my toiletries. They stole all of my personal stuff that I had quite a bit of expensive stuff in the trunk of my car. They stole all of that. Luckily, they didn't do any damage to the car, any major damage to the car. There's some dings and whatnot that me and the insurance company are talking over right now. But, um, anyways, I had my car stolen. I have not, in all my life, felt more. I don't even know what the right word is, but I was in a town I'm not from. I do have some friends close by, but I'm not from Denton. And the only thing that I possess are the clothes on my back. The car was gone. I had my wallet. I had my phone. I had my keys. But anyway, so needless to say, the oh, and I may, you know what, I might do a video on its own about Enterprise Rent a Car in Denton, Texas. What a bunch of assholes, in my opinion. My opinion is that they are absolutely useless. They are not customer friendly, and I will do another video later. Um, you know what? I'll do it this weekend sometime. I'll do it in a couple of days and tell you the whole story on those guys. But Denton, Texas Enterprise Rent a Car is just horrible. So, anyways, the police found it in Louisville, Texas. So I went. We came back on a Wednesday night. I got down there about 9:15. Car wouldn't start still. Jumped it, got it back up to Denton. Went to AutoZone, got me a new battery. Everything's good to go there, but man, when you're trying to get done with everything that you're trying to do with training, and you're going to have this what do you call it, upgrade test and backing and an obstacle course. Oh man, I was stressed out because of course, the insurance company and everybody else is like, "Hey, can we do this on this day?" I'm like, "No, I'm in Denver." Well, what about this day? No, I'm still going to be in Denver. Well, how about this other day? Nope. So why don't I call you once I get back in town? Um, so if you're a new driver or thinking about being a driver, think about that. That's one of the things, man. When things happen, you're out on the road and you got to be really good at doing it over the phone and email and apps and stuff like that. So there was that. But then, so I got all that done. I got the rest. Swift put me up in a hotel Thursday night so that Friday morning I could be close by and come do my upgrade test. Had no problems with that. It was good. Let's see, you do a road test, which is just you going driving around town. You get the guy, I get on a highway, make sure you're using your turn signals. They like you calling out the speed limit signs and the, the weights, or excuse me, the heights of the bridges and things like that. So, I did that. The next thing that we did is we came back and did the 45-degree back between two trailers. I had to use a couple of pull-ups, but I got it in there without banging anything, so that's always good. Let's see. Then that guy had to go and get lunch for everybody. So while he was doing that, I got in the other truck with another trainer, and he let some ladies that were doing the same thing. They were upgrading. I rode with them while they went out on the road and did their road test, and then it came back to my part again. So after, no, actually, he's like, you want to do it before or after lunch? I'm like, let's get it out of the way. So I went, and they have, some people call it an obstacle course, but that's not really what it is. It's more of a close quarter maneuvering course. You have to really ride um, the outside to make a turn, and then you got to turn at just the right spot so you can get between, two of the barrels without hitting this other barrel, and they got cones and stuff all in the way, and it's pretty neat. Um, he he asked me 3 times if I was ready. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. He's like, well, okay, just remember, you can stop and back up and blah blah blah. So I rolled through that bitch on the first try. Didn't hit a cone, didn't hit a barrel, didn't hit anything. So I was good to go. And then he gives you a 45-degree back with you're in a tighter spot. The width of the between the two trailers is still the same, but you don't have as much room out in front of you to get almost straight line, I guess you could say. So we did that. Anyway, so I did that, and I went back in and talked to. I don't know if it's my driver leader. I don't know the names of the guys in order. But anyways, I went in and talked to Ray, my mentor, as well as one of my Top Gun guys. I went to Top Gun. He said that uh, a reefer OTR position is pretty decent. You make a few more pennies a mile, but it also opens you up to where you could do a reefer or a dry van delivery, whereas a dry van person can only do a dry van. So I decided to do that. We got all that settled, all that out of the way, and then went upstairs to go to lunch, and they bought all of us a full, large Little Caesars pizza. Everyone that was involved with all this. It was Swift believes in taking care of you as far as food goes. Speaking of taking care of, I want to say this too. I want to shout out to everybody that I've dealt with so far at Swift. It's all been above what I expected. Um, my hiring person, she called me weekly at while I was out on the road just to make sure that I was doing okay. I didn't have any problems. I didn't have any questions, and that myself and my mentor were getting along. Literally, she asked if we're getting along. They want to make sure because it's hard for you to go out there and train if you're having problems all the time. So that was super cool for them to do that. The trainers in Corsicana, Brian was badass. I liked him. He gave me everything I needed to pass the test. Derek, my mentor, was top notch. He showed me what it's like to turn and burn and run those miles. I think he and I together as a team were running anywhere from 900 to 1100 miles a week. So we were getting out there and doing our thing. Top Gun, Tony and Alonzo were great out of Lancaster. Those guys, man, they made me work for what I wanted, and that's not a bad thing. You're going to be out here with an 80,000-pound missile. You want to know what you're doing, and they want to make sure you know what you're doing. And then the upgrade, I never did catch his name. I know he said it, but I'm old, and it takes me 6 or 8 times to meet somebody before I remember even just their first name. So, but anyways, those guys, they were like, here, let me give you a hint on this. Let me show you a little pointer on that. Everyone in Lancaster that I've dealt with so far has been really good. Melissa, Brenna, all these people. Like I said, they stole my everything out of my car. And so when I went back to get my new ID this morning, they were like, "Here, let's get you some new shirts, get you a new yellow vest and a little door strap." So they were really cool about all of that. They actually sent me a text message asking if I needed anything after I told them about my car being stolen. So, like I said, everyone here has been super cool. I really enjoyed it so far. I come back Tuesday to get my truck. I think I have decided I would like to have either a Kenworth or a Volvo with a Cummins engine. I don't want a Volvo engine, but a Cummins engine. And man, I'll start getting my first reefer load and get out there and do my thing. So um, that's about it. Like I said, I'm on my way home. Damn, he's flying. I'm on my way home. I'm gonna take 3 days off or so. Um, Ray in Lancaster said that uh, I would, when I come back, I would I'll be put into a truck, and then he says that they like their reefer guys to stay out about 3 weeks, and of course, me being me, I asked, do we have to come back at 3? So, anyways, I know this is getting kind of long. It is what it is. Overall, I've had a really good time with Swift at this point. Um, who knows? We'll see what happens once I get out on the road and do my thing. So again, check back in a couple of days. I will tell you guys the lowdown of Enterprise Rent-A-Car when I was trying to get a rental car after mine got stolen. So until then, man, y'all be safe.